The change did not arrive loudly. It came quietly, almost unnoticed. It began with a pause that felt smaller than a breath. For a long time, life moved in a narrow pattern. Days blended into each other. Morning light came through the window, and evening shadows replaced it, again and again. Nothing was wrong enough to complain about. Nothing was right enough to celebrate. Inside, there was a steady weight. Not sadness exactly, more like a dull pressure that never fully left. Thoughts wandered often, circling the same questions, then drifting away unfinished. People passed by. Conversations happened. Smiles were given when expected. But somewhere beneath all that, there was a sense of standing still while everything else moved forward. One evening, after a long day that felt heavier than most, there was a moment of stillness. No noise, no distraction, just a quiet room and a tired mind. In that silence, a thought surfaced. It was not powerful. It did not demand action. It simply existed, waiting. The thought was small, almost unimportant, so small it could have been ignored without consequence. Instead of sitting in the same place, there was a choice to move. Not far, not towards something grand, just a few steps in a different direction. The body hesitated. Habit pulled one way. Curiosity pulled another. The decision took less than a second. Yet it felt unfamiliar, like stepping onto a path that had always been there but never noticed. That night passed quietly. Nothing dramatic happened. Sleep came as it always did. The next day looked the same from the outside. The same light, the same sounds, the same responsibilities waiting to be handled. But something inside had shifted slightly. A thin crack had formed in the routine. Not enough to break it, just enough to let something new pass through. That small decision repeated itself. Once became twice. Twice became a pattern. There were days when it felt pointless. Days when doubt returned, whispering that nothing was changing. There were moments of tiredness, moments of forgetting why it even began. Still, the quiet choice kept appearing. Not every day, not perfectly, but often enough to matter. Over time, the inner noise softened. Thoughts felt less crowded. The heavy weight eased, not by disappearing, but by loosening its grip. The world did not transform overnight. Problems did not vanish. Uncertainty still existed, sitting patiently in the background. Yet something else grew alongside it. A sense of movement, a feeling that life was no longer frozen in one frame. There were mornings that felt lighter for no clear reason. Evenings that ended without the usual exhaustion. Moments of calm that arrived without being invited. Looking back, it became hard to point to when things truly changed. There was no single turning point. No clear lines separating before and after. Only that one small decision. The one that seemed too simple to matter. The one made quietly, without witnesses. It did not change everything at once. It changed the direction, slowly. And the direction changed everything else in time. Now, when silence fills the room again, it feels different. Not empty, not heavy. It feels open, like a space where something subtle can grow.